Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko When They Cry, episode 7. So last time, the Ushurumi adults, right, they discovered this golden room and they talked with the golden witch, Beatrice. It was nice, it was intense, and let's see what happens today. So let's just continue. Yes. Gold is the only physical embodiment of magic that can exist in the human world. Since ancient times, even a small bit of it could control men with its magic. In that case, how much magic power would dwell in it? If it was piled up in a mountain so high, you'd have to look up to see the top. I mean, like how they're saying this? Yes, even a small bit could control men with magic. If you promise someone, I'll pay you gold, they would do anything for you. Yeah, right?
Here
we go, they're fighting now.
山分けに決まってんでしょ。
この山の半分がまず私のもので、さらに半分を4等分するという話だったのではないかね。
This is the thing though. When you had, like for them, when they were doing their what do you call this? Their agreements and stuff, right? There was nothing there. There was no money, there was nothing there. It was just words. But now, with the gold in front of them, with the cash card of a 1 billion yen in front of them, now they're getting kind of greedy now. Yeah. Like, I think for Kraus, because yeah, for what they decided, Kraus will get the majority. But now Ava is saying, we're gonna split it evenly. Now it's changing, right? So, we can say that Ava is getting greedy here, and yeah, let's see where it ends up or what happens to them. The yells of the humans dancing around the gold reverberated throughout the underground room. In front of the pile of gold, they were arguing about how it should be split.
兄さん一人で謎が解けた？解けなかったでしょ？私たち兄弟4人で解いたのよ。4等分で当然でしょうが。卑劣な。黄金の分配についてはあなたたちが提案したのではないですか。
The thing is about with this, if Ava does survive still, I think she would, right? But yeah, if this is what really did happen and she's arguing like this, she is gonna be the cause here. If they fight after this, like literally fight because there's guns there, correct? She is the one who's gonna start this. Because she got greedy, right? She really got greedy here.
それを勝手に保護にするなんて。
取引できる立場だと思ってんのか？親父が死んでることを隠してるくせに。
そうよ、そうよ。
And now everyone is agreeing, of course, because yes, they're in the minority. Rosa and Rudolph are in the minority here, so of course they're gonna side with Ava here because they have a chance to get more. Of course they're gonna take it.
私たちをずっと欺いてお父様の財産を私物化してきたくせに。それをうやむやにする分も全て含めてチャラにして仲良く4等分。
I mean, you could just say that, right? You could say that, oh, okay, we'll split it evenly. I mean, it's easy to say, but then again, let's just say that everyone is just greedy. Everyone just wants more, I'll say.
フェアな話だと思うわ。
Like for Kraus, he wants more. And then for the other people, they want it evenly now. Instead of the proposed money that they would have. That they talked about, that they had agreed upon, right? Everyone is just greedy.
ほう。そこまで言うなら4等分にしようじゃないか。
This is just gonna be their downfall. Go ahead and try splitting it 4 ways.
今すぐこの山を切り分けて自由に持って帰るがいい。2.5 トン分のインゴットが入るポケットでもお持ちならばの話だがね。それに諸君はどうやら黄金の山に惑わされてすっかり冷静な判断を失ってしまっているようだ。
そらどういう意味でっか、クラウス兄さん。
このインゴットを見たまえ。見ての通り刻まれているのは親父殿の紋章だけで正式な刻印ではない。刻印の打たれていないインゴットを諸君はどう換金するというのかね。
それは
I mean, me personally, I don't know how that works. I mean, I've never had a gold like this.
ようやく気づいたかね。確かにこの黄金の山には200億円の価値があるだろう。
Yeah, it may be worth 20 billion yen, but how are you gonna transform it into cash though?
しかしそれは換金を経ればの話だ。これだけの大量の刻印のない正体不明のインゴットを誰にも知られずにしかるべきレートで換金することが君たちにできるのかね。
If it was a necklace or a ring, exchanging it for a cash would have been a manageable program. However, doing that for several tons of unmarked gold that couldn't be made public would be impossible for any person. However, Kraus could do it. Among the several business friends that remained from Kinzo's generation, there were some who had black market ties and a lot of financial power. The billion yen tied to the cash card that the Golden Witch had held out a second ago had already been turned to cash thanks to one of Kinzo's connections. However, none of the other siblings had any connections like that. They would have to rely on Kraus to get cash for the gold.
ようやく分かってきたかね。親父殿のことを隠していたことは謝ろう。しかしそれを弱みにできるほど君たちは優位な立場にはないのだよ。
その程度のことで優位に立ったつもり？
なんだねその銃は。
Yeah, look at this. She's holding a gun already. Like, man, like money. Money is the root of all evil.
物騒な真似は慎みたまえ。
They're so starved for cash because yeah, they really need it though, right? And yeah, it's getting dangerous right now. Like, look at that. She's holding a gun. Ava was gripping the gun so hard it looked like it might snap. And you see Kraus there, like mocking them with a gun like that, with someone with a gun like that. It's so easy, yeah. It's so easy. You don't need to do that. But Kraus is just, he's like so confident. Like nothing is gonna happen. She's not gonna shoot me. The 4 guns that the witch had placed in his room were now in the hands of their relatives. Just as the gold had led their hearts astray. Yeah. It seemed these guns had the magical power to turn their hearts to violence. I mean, I think we could expect this. Oh, what happened? Finally, a scuffle arose between Ava and Kraus. Off to the side, Natsuhi arguing with Rudolph and his wife in the Grand Underground VIP room was filled with thundering jeers. After being forced to watch this scene for so long, Ange's face was starting to contort with pain. It was only natural after being shown this abusive argument between her parents and her other relatives. And even Leon though. Yeah, this is his life still. And that is his parents still there, or his relatives still there, so it affects both of them, what they're seeing. Even though, let's say, Leon is from some miracle world, right? It still affects them. It was painful for Leon too. Leon would have tried to intervene and calm them if that had been possible. The gold isn't going anywhere, right? If you just slow down and think, you'll be able to resolve this. But the problem is, they're not thinking anymore. They just want more money. Going by what Ava said and the others said, it's clear that they'll need a lot of money before the end of the year. However, the billion yen cash card should be more than enough to pay for that. That would handle their emergency expenses so they could then convert the gold to cash at their leisure and just split it among themselves. Sure, maybe Kraus was the only one capable of converting the gold. That might give him an advantage over the other siblings. However, this gold couldn't be dealt with by open means. In addition to the attracting public attention, it would also lead to various legal problems. It was better for the secret money to remain secret. If they wanted to get the largest portions possible, then they should agree not to tell anyone about this gold. In other words, to maximize their profits, they would all need to make a gentleman's agreement to keep this secret. Kraus did have a slight advantage, however it was possible for the other relatives to refuse to cooperate and tell the world about the gold. And then there was also the concealment of Kinzo's death to consider. Kraus was an investor, needed not only financial clout but also a certain degree of public confidence in him. His advantage isn't big enough for him to act so overbearing.
みんなあの黄金の山に冷静さを失ってしまってる。
Yeah, pretty much it blinded everyone to think rationally.
これは大人の口論じゃない。ただの子供の喧嘩だ。
Yep. If you're an adult, just sit down and talk this through. But no, for them, it's different. They have all these guns with them, and they're shouting at each other.
こんな光景を私たちに見せて何が楽しいってのよ。
It's fun because they're showing you how your family really is. Yes.
それともこれが新しい魔女の遊びってわけ？私たちが嫌そうな顔するのをどこかで眺めててニヤニヤしてるってわけ？
I mean, it's fun for them is what I'm saying, for the witches. By now, even I didn't have a clue who was showing this to us or for what reason. At the very least, this new tale didn't seem to be overflowing with affection. At first, I thought it was a tale of a beautiful world where no crime occurred and Claire's regret had vanished. But something's different. This tale is clearly filled with ill will towards us. I'm sure of that much now, but I don't have a clue who would want to show us this. Okay, a shot. Oh my god, who is the first one? Here we go. This is the trigger now. This is the trigger I've been waiting for. I didn't think it was a sound of gunfire. What do you think the sound was then if it's not gunfire? After all, people living a normal life never hear that kind of sound. Okay, who's gone? It was the sound of a thick raindrops hitting the floor. There was no rain in this underground room. It was blood dripping from Natsuhi's right eye. Natsuhi's the first one. The bullet had gone to her right eye towards the back of her head. She's gone now.
Natsuhi!
And yeah, this is gonna be a chain reaction for sure. Kraus is gonna be like, Natsuhi.
あんたが突っかかってくるから。
how do I explain my emotions right now? It's annoying, yeah? It's annoying that they're fighting over something like this. Sure, they need a lot of money and stuff. Come on. The gun, which fell from Ava's grasp, landed on the floor with a hard metallic clang. As though in response to that sound, Natsuhi's head slowly turned to face the ceiling. She's gone. This is how Natsuhi died. Just like that.
Natsuhi! Natsuhi!
Natsuhi flopped backwards. When the back of her head hit the floor, a red splash spread out beneath it, forming a single flower to adorn her red or dead face.
Natsuhi, 姉さん。
なぜ撃ったなぜ撃ったエヴァ
Kraus howled, raised his gun and ran at Ava. Then Hideyoshi, of course, the husband, is gonna be there. Hideyoshi left between them. A scuffle broke out between the two men.
よくもナツヒを
クラウス兄さん、違うんやこれは事故や。
Accident or not, it happened.
エヴァよくもナツヒを殺してやる 殺してやる。
私は撃ってないわよ。撃ってない。やめろというのに彼女がしつこく突っかかってくるから。
Karasu had just seen his wife killed before his eyes, had lost all traces of rationality in his expression. He was furious that if he had knocked Hideyoshi aside and jumped at Ava, he might have torn her throat out.
なぜ殺した？なぜ殺した？エヴァ！
これは事故や、事故なんや。落ち着いてや、クラウス兄さん。あれだから、いや、
And then he's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot Hideyoshi. Another explosion rang out. Hideyoshi's face was covered with blood. Damn, they took out each other's spouses. The two of them had been fighting over the gun Kraus held, trying to push it away from themselves. When the barrel had turned to point at Kraus's chin, the sneering formless Reaper Master Room Gold had swung its sight once more. Oh, it was Kraus, not Hideyoshi. A line of blood trickled from Kraus's mouth. The two fell down with Kraus's body on top of Hideyoshi. Letting out a cowardly cry, Hideyoshi backed away before Kraus's body could cover him. Then you killed your older brother and his wife.
わしは何もしてない。クラウス兄さんの指が引き金にかかっとったんや。事故や、事故や。
そうよ、事故よ。これは事故よ。
Then how about you stop now? Yeah, stop. Both of them are gone. Stop. Okay, we still have Kyrie and Rudolph right here. I'm actually like very, very scared of what Kyrie might do. Yep, we'll see. Wait, I didn't actually read that, sorry. I didn't read. As the pair of them broke down sobbing and repeatedly claiming that it was all an accident, Rose and the others were unable to say anything. The witch also watched the scene but said nothing and appeared to be completely disinterested.
わしらは悪ないで。事故やで、事故。見てたやろ？なあ。
ローザも見てたでしょ。クラウス兄さんも夏日姉さんも感情的になって突っかかってくるから。さあね。私には分からないわ。バカローザ！
バカローザ！
あんた見てたでしょ。そこで見てたんなら分かるでしょ。ごめんなさい。偶然暴発したのか、それを装って殺したのか、私には分からないの。ローザ、あんた。
ルドルフ君、あんたは見てたやろ？わかるやろ？なあ。
すまねえがローザに同じだ。事故か恋かなんて俺たちには分からね
え。These people, man. Yeah, they died already. And it's not like they're reacting like fully. Like, look at Rudolph. Sorry, but I agree with Rosa. We can't tell if it was accident or intentional. Dude, your brother died. It's like nothing to you. Rosa's and Rudolph's gazes looked very cold and indifferent to Ava and her husband.
どうするのよ。銃で死んでるのよ。事故とかごまかせないわよ。
森や。森に行って行方不明になったとか言って時間を稼ぐんや。
I mean, you could say that, right? And then, yeah, I mean, that is actually rational for them.
そんなのでごまかしきれるわけないでしょ。
But yeah, if for example, they survived this and they did that, Rudolph, Kyrie, and Rosa is gonna use that against them for the rest of their lives. For example.
警察が森中を捜索するわよ。そもそもあの未開の森にどうして二人が出かけるのよ。すぐに不審に思われるわよ。騙し通せるわけないわ。
大丈夫や。ここに死体を隠せば誰にも見つからん。みんなで知らんぷりをすればごまかせる。
無理よ。警察をごまかせるわけないわ。
You know why they're saying this? Why Rosa is saying this? Because if they go to jail, yeah, they're gonna have much more money. The split, I mean.
遺産問題で揉める親族会議で兄さん夫婦が深夜に揃って失踪なんて、警察が簡単に行方不明で済ましてくれるわけがないわ。
いい案を思いついたわ。
Though Ava had been scratching at her head, overcome with emotion, her arm suddenly fell as though their strings had been cut.
何か思いついたか。
事故よ。事故に見せかければいいのよ。
アホ抜かせ。
And no one is gonna believe you. Show them this room, 10 tons of gold, 1 billion yen card. No one is gonna believe that this was an accident.
事故ってなんや。
Yeah,
二人の死体にははっきり銃創が残っとるんやで。
true. It's not like they fell. No, you got shot in the head, both of them.
火事に見せかけて焼いたって銃で死んだとバレバレや。
There are gonna be marks, yes, on the skulls
火事？
of fire.
そんなのじゃダメよ。もっと。
Well, she wants to blow up the whole island now. Is that it?
もっともっと大きな事故じゃなきゃ。
She's thinking of blowing it up.
大きな事故？
Yeah, using the clock there. Ava slowly walked forward, tapped it, and spoke.
爆発事故よ。死体が跡形も残らない事故が起こればいいのよ。
As she played with a switch that would cause an automatic explosion at 2400 hours, Ava spun around to look at them, a crazy expression on her face. It was truly a mad flash of inspiration. Like, she was desperate. I mean, obviously you can see that. She was really desperate to hide this. If they flipped the switch to the right and waited for 2400 hours, 900 tons of explosive would wipe out the mansion without a trace. There wouldn't be anything left of the corpses. There suddenly wouldn't be any way to tell that they had died by gunshot wounds before the explosion.
この島に戦争中の爆薬が未だに残ってるというのは紛れもない事実。
Ava, man, like, oh my god.
それが明日の夜、偶然何かの拍子に間違って爆発してしまうのよ。そう、これは事故。爆発事故。どう？絶対に警察にはわからない。
You can see that Ava is broke. Yeah, she broke. Her mind is broken now.
これならごまかせる。二人の死体をごまかせる。
ねえ、バカな。
Shaking, Hideyoshi frantically searched for a counter-argument, hoping to shut down Ava's mad idea. But he couldn't find one. If they blew everything up, the facts would all be muddled. They could make it look as though Kraus and Natsu had died in an explosion accident.
完璧だわ。完璧よ。兄さんたちが死んだのだって事故だもの。もう一つ事故が起こるだけの話だわ。ねえ、そうでしょあんたたち。筋書きは適当に考えるわ。とにかく私たちは たまたま明日の夜隠し屋敷にいた。そこで偶然爆発事故が起こって難を逃れた。はあ、そういう筋書きにすればいいのよ。
何をどういう筋書きにするつもりよ。クラウス兄さんと夏日姉さんだけを残して残り全員が隠し屋敷に行っていて、私たちだけが都合よく難を逃れるって一体どういう筋書きよ。
True.
それはこれから考えるって言ってるでしょ、バカローザ。
My God.
何でもいいのよ。口裏さえ合わせればどうにでもなるのよ。
She really loves to say Bakarosa.
考えるわよ、考えてるわよ。あんたたちも考えなさいよ。誰か考えて。
落ち着くんやエヴァ。
Honestly, if Ava just calmed down, this situation would have been much more different. But yeah, I mean, at least the way they were presenting it, she was the one first arguing with Cross that they needed to split evenly, right? And then the other siblings are like, yeah, we needed to split evenly because all of us, we were the ones who found it, not just you. Ava was, just super emotional, and this happened because of that. She couldn't calm down a little bit. I mean, sure, Kraus is like, oh yeah, this is all mine, most of it, I mean. But it's her. And now she's, getting super angry right now because she doesn't know what to do anymore.
わしも考える。みんなも考えとる。必ずうまくいくんや。思いつくんや。お前だけに背負わせとるわけないで。みんなで背負うんやで。大丈夫。大丈夫や。必ずうまい言い訳が思いつくんや。
それはどんな言い訳なの？クラウス兄さんと夏日姉さんの2人だけを屋敷に残して私たちと子供たちとあと使用人のみんなも一緒に仲良く地下道を探検して。
Yeah, Jessica is gonna look for her mom and dad.
みんなで隠し屋敷で夜を過ごすというどういう言い訳なの？うまい言い訳があるわけもない。めちゃくちゃだわ。
そのめちゃくちゃを考えるのが私たちの仕事でしょ。何を他人面してんのよ。あんたたちも考えてよ。考えなさいよ。
Because for them it's easy because they are not the one who shot them, no.
姉さん、質問するわ。島を吹き飛ばしたらこの黄金はどうなるの？
Yeah, can you move the 10 tons of gold to the other mansion?
それは
That's a lot. Can you move that?
私たちはやっと200億の黄金を手に入れたのよ。それをみすみす吹き飛ばすつもり？
Yeah, I just realized. Now she wants to blow everything up after you were arguing with Kraus and now you don't want to have anything anymore because of the crime that you did. Damn. Like you killed him for nothing then.
そんなの運べばいいじゃない。運べば。
Yeah, you can carry, but not all of them.
爆発は明日の24時。丸々1日あるのよ。みんなで運べばなんとか。
10トンあるのよ。お米の袋を担ぐのもやっとの私たちが一体どの程度の量をたったの1日で。
And they did say it was like 2 kilometers away, right, to reach the other mansion. That's quite far still if you're on foot.
島の反対側まで通じる長い地下道を徒歩で往復して運ぶっていうのよ。
You're gonna go back and forth? Oh my god.
それこそむちゃくちゃだわ。
これカードがあるじゃない。さっきあの女から受け取った10億円の入ったカードが。
Yeah, for 1 billion. For 1 billion, that's enough? Earlier it wasn't enough.
黄金は運べるだけ運べばいい。それを別にしても私たちには10億円が入ったカードがあるわ。
Like, it's just so annoying, man. Like Ava here. After what happened with Kraus and Natsui, and now, like, the money is meaningless. Because, yeah, they died and they might go to jail. Now she couldn't think straight anymore.
3等分しても分け前は最低3億。
And now she's okay with just having 300 million each? Earlier she was not, right?
私たちの誰もがそれで十分に金策をしのげるじゃない。
If she agreed to that earlier, this wouldn't have happened. It was done, right? They would have, yeah, had a good life. They could have leave this island. But no, he got greedy.
嫌よ。
何がよ。
ここにこうして200億円の山があるのに、どうして3億ポッチで納得しなきゃいけないのよ。
ローザー。
Ava's face twisted in anguish and was met by Rosa's look of cold unconcern.
クラウス兄さんたちの取り分を除いたとしても、私たちの取り分は1人50億よ。カードの3億を抜いて残りは47億。それを姉さんが私に払えるって言うなら、この黄金の山は好きにしてくれていいわ。
Damn. My god, this family.
あんた何をシャーシャーと協力する気はないの？
姉さん、頭を冷静にして聞いてちょうだい。私も姉さんも最も多くのお金を手に入れられる方法を提案するわ。
You know what's funny? Rudolph and Kyrie are not even saying anything.
何よ。
素直に警察に取っ組み合いの末銃が暴発したと言って自首してほしいの。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。私は嫌よ、警察なんて。
さすがに事件がここで起こったとは言いたくないわね。警察に黄金が見つかっちゃう。そうね、バラ庭園なんてどう？雨が降っているから現場検証の時矛盾が発見されなくていいかもしれない。どういう経緯で雨のバラ庭園で銃を持った兄さんたちと取っ組み合いになったかについては、それこそ姉さんに言い訳を考えてもらうわ。自分たちの罪を隠したいからって私たちとその取り分まで巻き込まないで。
ローザー。
いいじゃない。
Rosa is getting too cocky here, man. Not gonna lie, she's getting too cocky here.
別に何十年も食らい込むわけじゃない。だって事故なんでしょ。ほんの数年で出てこられるわよ。罪を償って綺麗になって戻ってきたら、姉さんの分の黄金50億を好きにすればいい。
嫌よ、絶対に嫌よ。私たちが捕まったらどうなるのよ。うちの人の会社はどうなるのよ。
別にいいじゃない、会社なんて。50億もあるんだから、もう働くのもバカバカしいんじゃない？
Rosa had never intended to go along with Ava's proposal. If it was a question of maximizing each person's portion, no one had anything to gain from an explosion accident. An explosion would conceal Kraus and Natsui's debts, and would serve no further purpose. From Rosa's perspective, the ideal outcome would be for them to confess their crimes without any unnecessary tricks. All she wanted was to change the crime scene from here to a different place. However, Ava didn't want to be arrested. I mean, obviously. She didn't like having her share shrink from 5 billion to 300 million. But even that was more than enough to cover the amount she had been trying to wring out of Kraus in the first place. She wanted to hide what happened here, even if it meant blowing away 4.7 billion yen. What would happen if they were arrested? The life, the company, and the trust that Ava had worked so long to build were things that couldn't be bought back with money. She wanted to hide Kraus and Natsui's deaths, even if it meant blowing up all 4.7 billion yen worth of her gold. But from Rosa's perspective, that was just irrational nonsense.
ローザー。
Don't tell me she's gonna shoot Rosa now.
なに姉さん、その銃は。 私も暴発ということで殺すの？言い訳がますます難しくなるわよ。それどころかクラウス兄さんたちのことも事故とは言い難くなるんじゃないかしら。3人もの死に関わったらかなりの大事件だわ。おそらく求刑は死刑。妥当なところで無期懲役。軽くても10年以上は食らい込みそうね。おとなしく自首しなさいよ。そうすれば不幸な事故がたまたま重なったことで済ませられるわ。無論ケーキだって大したことはない。ジョージ君のことは安心して。
George kun.
私たちでちゃんと面倒を見ておくわ。
No, she's just pushing it. Yeah, she's just mocking her right now.
姉さんの取り分の50億はきっちり手つかずで残しておいてあげるから安心して。
Ava ground her teeth and glared. The Rosa she knew should have been shaking and obeying her commands, and yet Rosa wasn't scared. Her blank expression, no, that faint smile, was one that Ava had never seen before.
銃を下ろしなさい姉さん。頭を冷やせば私の提案が最善だとわかるはず。いいじゃない刑務所。経済行為で考えてみて。仮に10年食らうとしても釈放されれば50億が待ってる。それって年収5億のお仕事ってことでしょ。そう思えばお勤めも楽しくなるんじゃない？
嘘だわ。あんたはその間に私たちの取り分も取って逃げる気よ。
But yeah, I mean, if that really did happen, though, more or less Rosa or maybe Rudolph is just gonna steal their cut, yeah, of the gold.
あんたの男がそうしたようにね。
Oh, now you're gonna trigger her.
うちの人のことは関係ないでしょ。私は逃げないわよ。お金を持ち逃げなんて絶対に。
Oh no, you angered Rosa now. I mean, Rosa was mocking her, so yeah.
絶対にしないわよ。
Rosa's once frigid face was filled with rage. The two howling people pointed their guns at each other, shouting insults. You could smell the gold room's reaper slinking closer. The smell of gunpowder, the explosive smell of death, filled the room. Okay, there we go. It's gonna be Rosa. I mean, obviously Ava survived, right? A bubble of blood dripped from Rosa's mouth. Who shot her, though? Was it Ava? Then she fell over lifelessly like a mannequin someone had pushed over.
エヴァ。
私じゃないわよ。
Wait, was it really not you, or...?
私本当に引き金を引いてないのに。
Okay, it's one of this. Probably Kyrie or Rudolph. It was Kyrie.
エヴァ姉さんの銃はさっき夏日さんを撃った時弾が空になったでしょ。再装填してないんだからどう引き金を引いてもその銃では人は殺せないわ。安心して。
As Kyrie said, she maneuvered the lever action with a practiced hand, and a smoke-smelling shell casing was ejected. It hit the floor with a smell of metallic sound. Also, it's only one shot, then reload. The tiny sound had a disturbing ring to it.
ローザさんの見込みは少し甘いわ。
I told you, man, this woman is the most scariest one here.
無刻印のこれだけ大量のインゴットを換金するのなんて。
Like, look at this. She killed Rosa. Nothing. It was like nothing.
どれだけ大変かまるで分かってないわ。
見せ金に使っただけで後ろ宮家黄金伝説なんてのができちまうほど親父の時にだって大きな噂になったんだ。無理さ、監禁なんて。監禁できねえ黄金の山なんてクソの山と同じだぜ。
10トンもの黄金が水面下で監禁されていて次期当主夫婦が開始。 これで目立つなという方が無理な話だわ。警察沙汰にしない方がいい。
So yeah, I guess what they're gonna be fighting for right now is the cash card instead. Because yeah, that's the thing that's most valuable here right now. 1 billion yen.
この島を吹き飛ばして証拠隠滅。インゴットに未練があるなら持てる分だけどうぞご勝手に。
So they actually want to blow it up, okay.
10億のキャッシュカードだけで見返りは十分。
See? Yeah, that is the most valuable thing. The money on the card itself.
つまりエヴァ姉さんが正しいのよ。嬉しいわ。あなたと意見が一致して。警察沙汰になれば何が起こるかわからない。黄金の監禁だってそうだわ。きっとボロを出すきっかけになるわよ。私たちにはどうにもならなかった。あの女が現金化してくれた10億が私たちに手に入れられる唯一のお金なのよ。そして10億の山分けだけでも私たちには十分すぎるわ。そして今ローザが死んでその分け前はさらに増えたわ。私たちは5億ずつを持って島から出られる。そういうことよ。黄金を換金したいなんて欲さえ捨てればこの島で起こった全てをなかったことにできる。そういう仕掛けがここにはあるわ。
By this point, neither deaths from accidental discharges nor shooting murderers meant anything on this island. Everything would be erased equally by the explosion accident. No matter what happened between now and midnight, the next day, everything would be rewritten.
それを自首しろですって。バカローザ！3億ポッチじゃ嫌？欲の皮を突っ張らせるからよ。自業自得だわ。
しかし桐江さん、何も打つことはなかったやろ。ローザさんかて話せば分かってくれた話や。
打つ必要はあったのよ。だってローザさんだけが銃を撃ってないんだもん。
そらどういう意味でっか？
あなたたちの足元に落ちているクラウス兄さんの銃とエヴァ姉さんの銃、どちらも発砲済みだわ。でもローザさんの銃は引き金を引くだけで弾が撃ててしまう。レバーアクションは慣れないとリロード難しいのよ。素人じゃなかなかできないわ。キリエさん、何の話？
I think what she's saying is, because yeah, Rosa hasn't shot her gun yet, she might do it later on. That's why Kirei shot her first before Rosa could do anything.
あんた！
Oh! They finally realized what Kirei meant. Rosa had the only gun that could still fire, so I shot her first. Oh, how foolish we were. Why didn't we realize sooner? Even though we knew there's a mechanism for erasing everything that happens on this island. Eva and Hideyoshi hurried to pick up the guns that lay at their feet. Dead. Who's next? Hideyoshi? At the same time, fire spat from Kirei's gun once more. Down goes Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi let out a short scream, clutched at his chest, and fell over face down. Ava fiddled with her lever action, trying to imitate something she vaguely remembered from a Western movie. But something seemed to be caught and the still open lever didn't budge.
ね結構難しいでしょだ
Kirei finished reloading with a fluid motion. The way she held it was as innocent and sure as a kid playing with a squirt gun. Then she got shot by Kirei? With another heartless cry of gunfire, the puppet called Ava slumped down to the floor. So wait, did she really die now? No, it's probably fit. She probably got shot, but she didn't die. As though its strings had been cut.
ルドルフさん10億のカード
おう。
Damn, she's really scary. The cash card with a billion yen which Ava had just grabbed from the witch. That alone was more than enough. Oh yeah, Yasuo is still alive, right? She's sitting on the bed. The 20 billion yen pile of gold had skewered everyone's sense of value. Just a few million yen is enough for people to kill over. Imagine a billion. And this was a billion yen. And you know how Kyrie is, right? Her family? She was actually groomed to be a head of that kind of family, a very dangerous family. But she didn't become the head because she wanted to be with Rudolph. So for her, like, doing stuff like this, it's nothing. Yeah.
ローザさんあんたのさっきのあれ名言よ
Oh my god. She's so bad.
3億ポッチあんた欲をかきすぎだわ
違いねえな。お、ラッキーだぜ。
Look at Rudolph, man. Your sisters, your brother, they're gone. And like, yeah, no kidding. Lucky me.
死体をまさぐらずに済む。
As Rudolph walked up to Ava's body, he found a card lying beside it and picked it up.
この薄っぺらいの1枚で10億か。もう会社もバカらしいぜ。畳んじまって余生はのんびり南国で過ごすか。
どうせすぐ飽きるわよそれに私トラブルで苦悩したりそれを乗り越えて無邪気に喜んだりしてるあなたが好きな
言うね。
ありがとう黄金の魔女さん
She's gonna shoot Iyasu.
この10億は私とルドルフさんで有効に使わせてもらうわ
I mean, for her, yeah, she doesn't care anymore. Like, she wanted to die anyways. So yeah, no emotions, no nothing.
クラウス兄さんはあんたを紳士的に扱うと約束したわでも私はそんな約束をしていない
She probably didn't die there. I highly doubt it. No, if she died, it's probably gonna be later on, right? She pulled the trigger without a trace of mercy. Because yeah, if this was real, or this is how it happened, like, that's the end for Yasu? Come on. When the ringing of the gunfire died down, blood trickled from the witch's mouth and she fell over onto the bed. Once again, Kiri ejected the used shell casing. The four metal sounds of used shells hitting the floor seemed to symbolize the fact that Rudolph and his wife now possessed all shares of the gold. By the way, how many died? Let's just say. So it was Kraus Nazi, 2. Let's say Ava died. We're not sure yet, but probably not. Ava and Hideyoshi, 4. Rosa, 5. And then our girl here, the Golden Witch Yasu, number 6. So basically just like how the epitaph works, right? 6 died in the beginning. Technically it's the same, how ironic, right? Okay.
本当に頭の回転の鈍い奴らだわ。爆弾の仕掛けを聞いたとき、この島から全ての仲良しごっこが消え去ったことに気づけなかったなんて。
悪いな、兄貴、姉貴、ローザ。
兄貴、ローザ。
まあこいつはたまたまの成り行きだ。勘弁してくれよな。兄貴と姉貴が喧嘩をしてローザがそれに巻き込まれ、俺がひょいっと漁夫の利をさらう。昔からのお約束じゃねえかな。
Just like it's always been. It wasn't as though Rudolph and Kirie had planned to kill everyone and take everything for themselves from the start. Kirie had quickly realized, by the length of the barrel of the gun in her hands, that it would probably hold 5 rounds at a time. Yes, Kirie and Rudolph were both very familiar with this gun. Rudolph's interest in guns from old westerns came from his father, who owned a shotgun of the same model. Even Kirie had earned the qualifications to use that gun, becoming familiar enough with that they could go shooting together for fun. Indulging the which, there had been 8 people there. 6 people besides the 2 of them. Each gun held 5 rounds. That was 1 short. They didn't have enough to kill everyone.
兄貴たちが取っ組み合いをして暴発が起こった時には正直驚いたぜ。
That coincidental accident had provided the missing bullet. It wasn't the second shot. The very first shot, which had accidentally killed Nazi, had guaranteed that this massacre would happen. In the smoke and corpse-filled room of gold, the 2 of them wore easygoing smiles, hardly any different from those they usually wore.
どうする？これから。
Rudolph picked up Rose's gun. Then he fired a test shot at the wall and ejected the old shell with a smooth motion like Kirie's. Kirie went to the box of bullets on the table, casually picked up a few and loaded them one after another into her gun.
爆弾のスイッチをオンに。そしたらあとは24時間を待つだけよ。
朝になれば姿が見えないと騒ぎになるぜ。
騒がせなければいい。
This lady, man. So evil.
そうなるな。バトラーはどうする？
What about Butler?
あなたの子供よ。私の子供じゃないわ。
How about you say it now, Rudolph?
そういうこと言うなよ。あんなに懐いてたじゃねえか。あいつお前のこと尊敬してるんだぜ。
Like, look at this guy. He's considering to kill Butler.
じゃあうまいこと言いくるめる言い訳を考えてね。私はエンジェのことを考える。あなたはバトラ君のことを考える。
NJ's not here.
公平でしょ？
うん。ああ。
私自分の子供には優しいけれど、アスムさんの子供にまで優しくするの結構大変なの。分かってるでしょ？
Say it. Say it now. Kirie's voice had grown cold. She had acted warmly towards Butler because that had been the adult thing to do. He was Rudolph's son, so she tried to avoid being hostile, nothing more. But underneath, he was the son of Asumu, a woman Kirie still hated even though she was dead. And now that she had given birth to Anje and finally built up a new family, was Butler's return really such a happy thing for her?
腹をくくってここまで来たら10億をつかむか死ぬかだけよ。バトラ君が納得しなかったら悪いけれどそれまでよ。
Jesus, man.
脅かすなよ。任せろって。うまいこと丸め込んでやるから。
せいぜいしっかりね。バトラ君が事故で亡くなったと聞いたらきっとエンジェも悲しむわ。
おう。
Yeah, even Rudolph can't control her. Like, yeah, look at this. Rudolph is scared of her. I mean, both of them are bad, like evil. But you can see that he is scared of her.
手始めにどうする？
朝を待って得になることはないわ。今が最適よ。
やれやれ。
They're just gonna kill everyone, my
一
god.
服する暇もなしかよ。
This is so crazy. Yeah. Extremely crazy. You know what's funny? Because every time... Okay, let's see the scene first before we talk about it.
テスト
Okay, they're gonna say it's a test again, just like how it happened with the games, right? In episode 4. But, yeah. All the games that we've seen is always presented as the culprit Yasu was behind this, right? It may be in a verily that maybe Shannon or Canon would be doing the killing, or maybe Yasu herself, or whatever. But now, let's say in the real world, the real Rokinjima, she didn't even do anything. Sure, she planned it. I mean, she still has, yeah, a connection here that she did, because she planned all of this. If she didn't plan this, she didn't put the guns there, like this wouldn't have happened. So you could say, yeah, sure, she was not the one who pulled the trigger on them. She was not the one who shot them, but she still had a part on it because of what she was planning to do. It was just, yeah, she didn't want to continue anymore. And then Kyrie, I think we can just say it's mostly Kyrie. Kyrie took advantage of that and, yeah, slaughtered everyone. Like Yasu's plan was for her to be the one doing that, but it didn't happen. And yeah, it was Kyrie who done it. And she's just evil, man. Just evil. So we're gonna have a test. I feel bad for the other characters. Like they're not gonna be. It's not gonna they're not gonna suspect them, like Kyrie and Rudolph. Like, yeah, you see Butler in here, he might be safe at least for now. But then you still have Jessica, George, Maria, right, the little girl, and then you have the other servants like Goda, Genji, Kumasawa, Nanjo. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? How it's gonna happen? I guess we're gonna find out. So anyways, we're gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry, episode 7 in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye-bye.